Okay guys, I don't foresee this being a long one today, but I'm gonna jump right in. And I don't know why this is becoming such a rare thing, but it seems to be getting more and more rare. And I don't like that for people. And that's, people have no idea what they want in life. None. This is across the board. This is not exclusive to just men or just women. But it's not isolated to just a certain age group, men or women only. I feel like this is happening so much. I will say, as a collective whole, anybody who is the generation of boomers and older, you guys do not count for this. You guys know what you want. You guys know what you want. You know where you want to be. You own your decisions a lot of times. There's, of course, the strays in those categories, but majority of the time, I feel like those are safe age groups. But when it comes to X, millennials, Gen Z, I'm sure Alpha will be the same way. Y'all have no idea what you want. This is going to be a really short video potentially, but I'm just like, you know what you need to do to figure out what you want? It is very simple, but it's not easy. Sit down on the floor. Maybe I could only do 2 minutes when I started sitting down on the floor. Put your phone in the other room, put any devices in the other room, put anything that makes noise, silence your phone, put it on do not disturb, whatever. I could only do 2 minutes. I wanted to come unhinged by the end of a 2-minute period. But I started thinking about, what do I want my life to look like? What don't you want is a great place to start, right? A lot of you guys know, I don't want 6 dogs. I don't want to have another baby. I don't want to buy a brand new vehicle and have to pay it off again. So like, start with those what you don't want at first, and it will start getting you to where you do want. And I always say run the play. What I mean by run the play is, okay, maybe you're dating somebody and you're like, I don't know, should I stay, should I not? Run the play. What is life going to look like in 2 years if you're with them? What is life going to look in 5 years if you're with them? What is their attitude like now? Are you good if that's going to be the behavior that you have for the rest of your life? If you start to cringe at any of those things, that's probably some signs then. And a lot of times we don't want an answer. I always say, people think they want certain things. People think they want certain jobs, they want a certain status, they want a certain location, or to be a part of a certain friend group. Really think about that. I had somebody say to me the other night, you're one of the only women I've ever met in my life who knows exactly what she wants. And I don't in every category. But the big stuff, I've decided, and I make it very clear. And I have sacrificed a lot to stand by that, to stick with it. And a lot of it hasn't come to fruition. So it's hard. There's not somebody patting you on the back after a year, after 2 years, after 3 years, and you going, I hope this works out. I hope I'm holding out for the right reasons. Because no one guarantees it. But seriously, sit in some quiet, and that will come to you so fast. And you have to be serious about really wanting to know. People are always like, I wish I knew what I want. No, you don't. If you wish you knew what you wanted that bad, you would sit in the quiet, and when those really tough situations or things you need to change came to you, you would make those changes. And I will be the first to say, for some of the changes I have made, they have come from absolute desperation. There's no other way to put it. I was so sick of being treated a certain way, or being in the situation I was in, or having the same argument. And I used to say, I don't have a choice. This is what it is. No, you probably do. You just don't like the choices you have. I know that I have probably another video where I've said this, but I'll say it again. And it makes me sad because I see so many people and I would be there too, who are very angry, they're resentful, they are frustrated and unhappy with their lives. And to be honest, it's the lives they have chosen most of the time. And a lot of them, it's the lives that have just been the result of them not making any decisions. They just stayed in that relationship and didn't really think if they actually wanted to stay there. And then we had a baby, and then this and that happened, and they are so not where they want to be now. Now they know this is not what they either want, or it's not who they want it with. And that is a high price to pay. I may want this relationship, but I know it's not good for me. And I can feel that. It's not just, I guess there's like different types of feelings involved. Like I could feel, yes, I care about this person. Yes, I really like wanted things to work out, but I could feel it was not right. And when I didn't listen, my body started rejecting it. Started rejecting the relationship, you know? So, and situations too. Sit in the quiet. It's very uncomfortable. I always say if you really want answers, get in the quiet and you will get more answers than you ever wanted. And trust that. And believe that when you make that sacrifice that it will come out okay. Because there's a lot of days I don't feel like it will. But I didn't just land here. I think people think I just landed here. Well, your life's under control and it's simplified and like you don't understand. It's like, no, I made a lot of very strategic, difficult decisions of saying no to the wrong things and saying yes to the right things on repeat. So many days where people didn't notice, didn't care. They looked like they're having a bunch more fun than me. They were making more money, getting to show off their relationship, getting a ring, getting to travel to places, all these things. And I just had to go, it's not my time. And it's not always your time. And you have to be okay with that. Make peace with that. Nobody can have it be their time all the time anyway. But because I think a lot of times on social media, you can see the real of everybody who's having big moments. That's what's at the forefront. But it's like, sometimes there was years where I really didn't feel like there was like a big thing happening. And that's okay. And when you can be calm about that or at peace about that. And I know the difference. I know the difference between things that are fine, that I've wanted, but I really don't want. A lot of that's designer. Anything material, basically. Yeah, I wanted that. Or yeah, I bought that. But that's not really what I'm looking for. And I'm not too naive to think otherwise. I still enjoy it. I still like it. But it's not really what I'm after. If you guys really are serious about figuring out what you want, sit in the quiet. And you might have to do it for 6 months. You might have to do it for 2 years. It's like, that's a really long time. What's it worth? It's like, it's worth a lot if you get to where you want to be and you're satisfied with it. Everything always comes at a cost. I always say it's not just about the decisions that you make, but being committed to those decisions. I know that someday, they'll ruin my freaking life some days. Destroy me. Emotionally, probably physically, definitely psychologically. But I believe in the depths of my soul that I will say, even in those dark moments, this is still so worth it and I would not trade it. And when you can say that about anything, fill in the blank, a spot you want to be in your career, family, reaching a certain goal, respecting yourself, respecting your body, and you say, Like, even in the midst of the greatest hardship of it, this is so worth it. That is winning. That's all I have today, guys. It's a short one today. Over and out. Till next time. From your Midwest girl.